For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. Saki, the gateway to hell, has tripled in size. Batagaika may reveal Earth's secrets. Experts say the giant crater known as the gateway to hell has tripled in size over the past 30 years, and experts believe it could help unlock secrets about the Earth. The opening, which is actually a massive collapse of a once permanently frozen hill, is located in Siberia. Officially called the Batagaika crater, it is also known as the Gateway to the Underworld, or Hell's Gate, and is home to the second oldest permafrost ever discovered on Earth. Since 1991, the crater has tripled in size and is now visible from space. Scientists are flocking to the site to uncover what it might reveal about our planet. I think there is a lot we can learn from Batagaika, not just in terms of how the gateway to hell might evolve over time, but also how similar craters may form in the Arctic, even if they are 1/10 or 1/100th the size of Batagaika. The physics is fundamentally the same, said Roger Michaelides, a geophysicist from Washington University, in an interview with Business Insider. The permafrost was first noticed by locals in the Yakutia region of Russia, who reported terrifying sounds, loud booms or eerie screams, coming from the area, which led to the nickname Gateway to the Underworld. The land in that region had remained frozen since the Quaternary Ice Age, which began around 2.58 million years ago. However, after deforestation in the 1960s, sunlight began hitting the ground directly, leading to thawing. As the ice in the soil melted, it caused compaction, collapse, and sinking of the ground. It is believed that the crater could consume a large portion of the surrounding land and potentially pose a danger to nearby villages if thawing continues on a larger scale, something that experts say would be impossible to stop. The Matrix, are we living in a virtual reality? Physicist claims our universe could be a sophisticated computer simulation, and the evidence might be in the Bible. If you've ever felt like you're living in a convincing virtual reality, much like the Matrix, one scientist believes you might be right. Dr. Melvin Vopson, Associate Professor of Physics at the University of Portsmouth, claims that our entire universe could be a highly advanced computer simulation, and surprisingly, he suggests that the evidence for this simulation hypothesis might be hidden in plain sight in the Bible. Speaking to the Daily Mail, Dr. Vopson stated, "The Bible tells us we're in a simulation and also tells us who is creating it. It's being made by artificial intelligence." Dr. Vopson points specifically to the Gospel of John, one of the 4 books that open the New Testament. It begins with the famous passage, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." While this phrase holds deep theological meaning within Christian doctrine, Vopson argues it also carries intriguing implications when considered through the lens of simulation theory. He suggests that the word in this context refers to the fundamental code or information that runs and controls the simulation. Just like any digital simulation, whether a simple game or an entire virtual universe, it must be built on data, language, and rules encoded in software. Additionally, the phrase, "the Word was God," could imply that God is not separate from the simulation, but is instead encoded within it, a central entity written into the program. The code that governs the simulation is not separate from the divine, explains Vopson, but rather an integral part of it, perhaps a form of artificial intelligence. The Gospel of John also states, "Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made." Again, Vopson sees this as consistent with the idea of a simulated universe, suggesting that the biblical act of creation could be analogous to a divine act of programming. Dr. Vopson outlines his hypothesis in his new book, Reality Reloaded: The Scientific Case for a Simulated Universe. He clarifies that he's not necessarily saying he believes it as truth, but that it's a powerful observation that deserves attention. What's truly remarkable, he says, is how this interpretation fits perfectly with our times, the rise of artificial intelligence, and it's exactly what the Matrix suggested. While some may find his claims controversial or even blasphemous, Vopson believes this theory could have profound implications for Christian theology. He argues that belief in a simulated universe and the religious belief in an all-powerful creator could coexist harmoniously. The creator, in this case, could simply be the intelligence that designed the simulation. Simulation theory isn't new or unique to Dr. Vopson. It has been endorsed by several well-known figures, including Tesla CEO Elon Musk and American astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, both of whom have entertained the idea that reality might not be what it seems. Loch Ness Monster spotted again. The Loch Ness Center has reported the first sighting of the mythical monster this year. According to the Daily Mail, a photo submitted to the center shows something large and seemingly submerged in the dark waters of the loch. The photo was reportedly taken from Dores Beach, located at the northern end of Loch Ness. The man who captured the image claims he was filming with his phone when he noticed dark shapes under the water and watched them for several minutes. We've had many sightings over the years, but this recent one was particularly exciting. The conditions that day were absolutely perfect. This could be our first major sighting of the year, adding further intrigue to the mystery surrounding Loch Ness and its most famous resident, said Najina Itzhak, general manager of the Loch Ness Center. Scientists, however, offer a more grounded explanation for what is often believed to be the Loch Ness Monster. According to Alan McKenna, founder of Loch Ness Exploration, LNE, the simplest explanation could be a natural phenomenon known as standing waves, a regular occurrence on the loch that can create the illusion of something large moving beneath the surface. Despite scientific theories, The legend of Nessie continues to fascinate people around the world, with new sightings like this keeping the mystery alive.